Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Seth. If you have not already hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Make it explode and then click on that bell icon. You will not regret doing that. Guys, we're in the middle of the most phenomenal bull run that cryptocurrency has ever seen. And I've been increasing my content publishing schedule to be able to bring you more gem hunter style content. Today is no exception. This is a sponsored review, and I am involved at the earliest possible sale that I can be for this project because I am excited about it. So just know that I'm bringing this to you both because there's incentive, but also because of conviction. Okay, so you still have to do your own research, right? Just know that. And I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I do in the real world. I do not have a Series 65 or a Series 7 license or anything. And you have not retained me, right, to give you financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes. So I always have to say that, guys, it's part of the game. But thank you for taking a close look at this project before it launches on Polygon. What am I talking about today? I am talking about Sheesha Finance. And you can find this at sheeshafinance.io. All of the links to everything that you see on screen today is available down in the description of this video for you to find easily and do your own research. Guys, this information is freely available. I'm just pointing out this project because I'm excited about it. So just don't want to withhold any information from you. I want you to be able to do all this homework yourself. Today, Sheesha Finance is available on BSC and on Ethereum. You can find it only on decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap and Uniswap, and of course, aggregators that will allow you to pull in the smart contract address. So things like 1inch, Dex, and Matcha that would also give you a very good rate, and you can use those if you're more familiar with them. Right now, what I want to show you is the basic overview of this project. Sheesha Finance is something of a crypto VC fund. It's gotten a lot of really great press, as you can see right here. It's been seen on so many crypto outlets, but also traditional finance outlets like Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, and others, because it's making waves, guys. It's done quite well in this space. They talk about it being something of a mutual fund that allows you to have a diversified portfolio just by holding their token, rather holding and staking their token. And what they're not saying in the words that I would use is that it gives you both indirect exposure to their portfolio of projects, but it also gives you direct exposure, right? So as a proper like mutual fund or as a proper like VC or a larger fund that you might contribute to, this token not only appreciates in price based on its portfolio, but it also allows for airdrops to stakeholders, right? People who've staked the tokens and locked up liquidity for the Sheesha token, they are benefited by receiving airdrops, right? Smart contracts rule the world right now of DeFi. And so if you lock up liquidity for a network like Sheesha Finance, there's no good reason that they can't give you extra rewards. Well, Sheesha Finance does give you extra rewards. So that's pretty darn cool, right? In a world where smart contracts can make this automatic, we should be asking, why don't more projects do like what Sheesha Finance is doing? But they've got a demo video. You can look that up on your own time. But they call their benefits, they boil it down to these 4 points here. It's something of a fiery, decentralized VC multi-chain platform that you are given voter rights. So you're not just a stakeholder, but you're also a member of a DAO. Yes, you are a voting member of a DAO. So you can support the future projects that you think should be included in the fund, that you think have strong fundamentals. But then there's also an advisory board that can assist with some of those decisions, and you can vote for or against their decisions. That's the nice thing about having a DAO. You can buy the one token, but then diversify the portfolio easily and without hassle, because not only, again, will the token go up in value, but you will have direct exposure to some of the tokens or NFTs or other benefits of those projects as a stakeholder, right? As a staker of that token. And then they say it's the finest NFT lotteries that the world has to offer. And I think that's probably validated. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. But they say the steps are very easy. You would have to obtain some Sheesha, either on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, or as I mentioned before, it may be possible to obtain it on other DEX aggregators. If you just put in the smart contract address, then you would stake it at sheeshafinance.io. And we'll take a quick look at that staking dashboard in just a minute. So do not go anywhere. This, by the way, is why you want to be subscribed to channels like this, is so that you can see some of that really cool behind the scenes footage and know really what you're getting yourself into and get a head start on some of the research that you're going to do after this video is over by clicking on those links down below. But you'll stake it here. You'll earn native token and partner rewards, right? So again, there'll be airdrops that have to do both with the Sheesha Finance ecosystem, but also with the partner projects that are rewarded to you. And then you can claim those rewards for your wallet and pull from the dashboard. There's no lock, there's no waiting period, there's no weird like agreement. When those airdrops go to you, they are yours and yours alone in a decentralized fashion. So this is kind of what DeFi is supposed to be, right? Where smart contracts doing what they can do, they should be able to govern that efficiently. And they do on Sheesha Finance. They've got a little bit of a preview of the dashboard there, but we'll take a closer look later on. They're showing their price change, right? Some of their stats for the token right now. Clearly, the ERC20 price is down and the BEP20 price is up just a little bit in the last 24 hours based on today's publishing date. But as you can see, the 24-hour high was a little bit higher for the ERC20 at 160 US dollars, and the BEP20, their high was a little bit lower at 152. And the current prices are off by just a little bit. The Ethereum version being just a little bit higher priced in US dollar denomination. They say that it's a great fit for retail investors, VCs, market-ready projects, but also early stage projects. And the reason why is because for us, we can get the token rewards without having to do all of the research, at least based on the fund that they are building, right? There may be other tokens and other projects that you feel very strongly about. And of course, you should continue to do gem hunting. I will too, and bring you great stuff that maybe will not make it into the Sheesha Finance portfolio, but they're going to have a phenomenal portfolio moving forward. So a lot of effortless rewards there. Be able to grow the appetite for DeFi with a diversified portfolio for VCs who just have a larger sum of money they want to dump into something that is a better curated bet. The market-ready projects, they're going to have treasuries that they can dig into, right? Funding and advisement that they might not otherwise have, as well as really good token holder distribution. If you want to be able to airdrop your token to the wallets of qualified people, not just randos that you see on Etherscan or on BSC Scan, right? But if you want to have a qualified airdrop, well, what would qualify an airdrop better than seeing that people are staking a high value token? And that's what Sheesha Finance has to offer those more market-ready projects that are ready for that next airdrop step. And then with early stage projects, they've got the Sheesha Finance Incubator that helps give you access to advisors and funding, which are the two things that really most projects need a bit more of when they're starting, right? Like you need people to guide you and you need money to execute. That's the bottom line for projects. If you try to do everything in a vacuum, only with open source, and hoping that the community is just going to be nice to you, well, I've got news for you. The projects that succeed ultimately have to pay their developers. That's kind of what has to happen at some point, right? So there needs to be some kind of a mechanism that helps project launch with a bit more oomph. And I think that that'll do it, right? Having funding and advisement. They've got many recognizable partners in the space: Zignali, Royale, Plasma Play, TerraBlock, Drive, Splinterlands on the Binance Smart Chain, which is a huge get. They have a few others as well, like Marhaba, another one that I'm taking a closer look at and not sure. I may do a review in the near future, guys. Let me know if you want to see that. Kanumo, ASM, and others, right? You'll recognize some of these, but some of them that are most recognizable will be like Splinterlands, right? A runaway success in the play to earn NFT space and crypto video game space. They offer a light paper. They offer a vibrant Telegram to be able to answer questions. All of the contact info you see here is available in the description of this video, right? So check them out on all their socials, and then check out all the links that I will show you as we go along in this video. But let me ask you so far, as you've been watching this video, before I show you the rest of what I've learned about the Sheesha Finance ecosystem, what's your first impression? Don't be a spoiler, right? Don't hit the thumbs up, don't hit the thumbs down yet. Leave a comment down below right now as you're watching this. Tell me what you think about this project so far. And I'll check back in with you in just a couple of minutes here as we look at more parts of it, right? They've got the overview to show everything that I kind of just went over, right? A bit of the mission and vision, who they think it's for. But here's the team. And this is what got me most excited, right? So you know that I come from a background where I've worked around large technology companies and I've worked around small tech startups. So for me, when I see team, a really strong team, that speaks very loudly to that sensibility that I have. Like, hey, this person is going to lead this project in the right direction, right? Even though we talk about code being law, I mean, who writes the code? And who decides who should be hired to write that code, right? Sometimes you get people who are phenomenal at building things, and you get other people who are phenomenal at architecting things. It's a different skill set, to be sure. And sometimes you get people who are phenomenal at having a vision for how things should be architected, and they can see problems that would be farther down the road. Very possible to over-engineer some projects or to build a solution to a problem no one has. So advisement is a big deal, and team is, in my opinion, it's kind of everything. What I see about this project that's me excited is, first off, their core founder, Saeed Hareb Al-Darmaki, who's done some phenomenal work in UAE, or in the United Arab Emirates. This is a great place, and I think it really should be a wellspring of innovation for cryptocurrency, not only because of the really crypto-friendly legislation that's taking place there, but because of the older wealth and VC and angel investment environment that exists within the UAE. To be able to get people who were previously focused on other commodities or on other tech startups and ventures in that space focused on cryptocurrency will be a very powerful thing for DeFi and a very powerful thing for decentralization and censorship resistance. I think that this is going to be, just in my opinion, it's going to be a very, very positive thing. And Saeed has a track record of great work in that space. The rest of the team, I've spoken with a member of this team, and I won't dox them, but I've spoken with a member of this team, and I have to say that I'm just flatly, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what I've been able to experience of this team so far and what I can see of the team leadership, the core team leadership. On the advisor team, you'll recognize some of these people from their other work as well. For me, the standout people on the list, I see Michael Turpin and Hartej Sani, who've done phenomenal work in the past and who are prized advisors and consultants in the space, right? Their opinion matters to people who are building things of consequence. So seeing them on this list, they're just two of a long list of people who are doing meaningful work in other places. You'll recognize other names as well, but these are real people, I can tell you that. And they are actually contributing to other projects that are actually succeeding in the crypto space. They've got contact there as well for some of the core teams, but the team had me pretty excited, and that got me going. On the NFT side of the project, right, they're talking about having there be lotteries and airdrops and early participation and early funding of NFTs. Now, I don't know what your views are on NFTs. For my part, I think that there's a phenomenal future for NFTs. I think especially in art ownership, where there's already celebration of an artist's work, where there's somebody who's already established themselves as creating something that people actually want. Well, the logical extension of that is to obtain that art as an NFT. And I don't think that's too hard a thing to imagine. NFTs just prove ownership and give cryptographic security to that ownership in a way that sometimes they don't have on other digital platforms. So I'm excited to see this. But scrolling down the list, they've got a procedure that they're working to get to those really great lotteries and drops. They're already working with Veza, a world-renowned and world-celebrated artist. They've got the full bio here and interview here for that collaboration. Veza is an independent digital artist and is working with Sheesha Finance for some of these lotteries. It's going to be a pretty big deal. Now, you might be like asking, okay, well, what about sort of moonshot stuff or discovering smaller artists? I really do expect that Sheesha Finance is going to be able to discover new artists and bring them into this program as well, especially since they're working with established artists first, and then they'll be able to attract that talent, right? Again, it's very helpful to have a sponsor, very helpful to have any kind of a patron when it comes to the arts. And Sheesha Finance does fit the bill. So I'm excited about that side of it as well. The partner projects we talked about before, Zignali, Splinterlands, Marhaba, Royale, TerraBlock, Kanumo, DeFi 11, DeFi, all of these and more are going to be added to this ecosystem and allow for direct exposure to the token holders or to the stakers. And because there's a limited amount of the token, they're very careful not to allocate too much to whales and make it possible for retail to get involved. That's why we even have access, right? Like it always begs the question, aren't the big whales going to come in? Well, no. The team has made it a point to make Sheesha Finance available and accessible to the retail investor. So it's a possibility, right, for us to get involved where only whales could before, right? By building these relationships just on their own with privileged channels. So they're doing quite well there. They've got a news page as well to show you what's latest as far as their own personal, like their own project blog and the third-party coverage of the Sheesha Finance ecosystem. But as promised before, here's the Sheesha Finance dashboard. This shows you some of the partner page, shows you some of the APYs you're going to get internally by being a staker of the Sheesha token. For one really great standout example, here's Splinterlands, right? Splinterlands is offering 188.8% APY to Sheesha stakers because there will be an airdrop. And then, of course, the investment price for the Sheesha Finance holders. This is where it really gets powerful. See that? The current price of Splinterlands is 56 cents. But the investment price to Sheesha holders, right, who would have exposure to projects like this when they first launch in the future, just 1.8 cents. A massive run up, right? Over 3,000% appreciation if you had been a part of the Sheesha Finance original staking program and been eligible to buy Splinterlands tokens. Very powerful thing. Sometimes the price is not going to run up exactly as you hope, but that's part of diversifying one's portfolio, right? There's risks and there are rewards also. But having a diverse portfolio helps to mitigate some of that downside because you're holding some winners too, right? So Theos and Splinterlands as well as others, right? You have Drive also, that since its launch, since the first exposure that the stakeholders would have had access to, it's been almost 200% up, right? It's almost doubling the money there as well. And then there'll be more opportunities for new projects to launch here also. But Splinterlands is one phenomenal example that has been very, very good for stakeholders. The overview of the dashboard here kind of shows you what you're staking. I don't have a wallet connected here, but when you have your own Sheesha Finance tokens, you'll be able to connect your wallet here. And then just through the power of MetaMask, right? Or whatever DeFi wallet you're using, you'll be able to permissionlessly and decentrally, in a decentralized fashion, take a look at your holdings from within Sheesha Finance. You'll be able to initiate your staking, right? You'll have to connect that wallet first, but initiate your staking, unlock your stakes, remove your rewards, and do everything else that you need to do right here from the Sheesha Finance dashboard. There's also liquidity provision on other networks. So let me briefly show you some of the other opportunities here. PancakeSwap has the listing page here. Uniswap V2, this is important, V2 shows the listing on Ethereum as well. So those links are available for you down in the description. Also have the token tracker pages there. And again, this is why I'm excited about it launching on Polygon. Yeah, did I mention that? Yeah, right. Everything you just saw from Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, there will be a new token distribution, brand new, right? For funds that launch or new projects that launch natively on the Polygon network. So you'll get direct exposure to those projects by having the token, right? And you'll be able to help assist with funding those projects as well. But I'm excited about it launching on Polygon because of how exciting Polygon is right now. Only a few months ago, right? Back in May, there were only about 500,000 active wallets or distinct addresses that had a balance or were active on the network. Fast forward to today, and it's run up by quite a bit. Quite a bit. We're at almost 103 million active wallets or distinct addresses that have had a balance or that are being used on Polygon. And all of that is from smart contract usage, new NFTs launching, the support from Coinbase, support from OpenSea, support from some huge platforms that many of us are dependent on in the cryptocurrency space. But Polygon has got my attention. It's got my interest. And when I'm doing mining, I only receive my payouts on Polygon. So I am over the moon, right? I'm excited as all get out. I'm really, really happy that Sheesha Finance is launching on Polygon as well. And that is the sale that I want to get the highest exposure to starting right now. But I'm also looking at getting some of the Ethereum and BSC based Sheesha token into my portfolio also. Guys, that's what I got for you. I'm pretty excited. Now we've gotten to this point. Have you checked those links down below? Have you taken a look at the stuff that I just kind of went over from a bird's eye view? What do you think after doing a bit more homework on this project, on the team, on the partnerships, on the payouts, on the performance of the token, on the other networks of Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain? What do you think the performance of this token on Polygon will be? For me, I'm excited. but I can't tell you what to think and I can't tell you what to do. You got to do your own research. You got to make your own decisions. You got to own them. But I'm excited and I hope I brought you something of serious value. I think that it's going to be of value to me. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it down in the comment section, guys. Comment section's out of control. As always, you know I'm not here to control you. I'm here to love your face. Appreciate you watching to the very end of the video. Be sure, if you're not subscribed, to hit that subscribe button and then click the bell icon so you know when new reviews like this come out. This is we're in the belly of the beast, guys. The bull run is happening and alt season is coming. It's going to slingshot us forward, I strongly suspect. So you need to be tuned in to educational and informational content like this. Thanks for watching to the end. Thanks for being subscribed. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Be sure to check out mineyour.biz, where you can sign up for our email newsletter, where we're still ramping up content, but you will occasionally receive specials for flash sales and all kinds of other deals that we have going on the site. You can also check out our services page, where we offer consulting to projects that need it. You can pick up the Freedom Phone, which respects your privacy. You can pay for it in crypto and have it shipped to you anonymously, as well as getting merchandise that also is paid for with crypto. That's right, we practice what we preach, including, well, a Flux swag page. That's right. It's a dedicated page just for the team over at Flux Network, because we love them that much. Thanks for watching to the end. Thanks for being subscribed. You know I love your face. Be sure to stay private and mind your biz.